Hello and welcome to 2021. I have to say 2020 was a bit of a write-off and I don't see 2021 being much better at the moment. But anyway, here in Victoria we've got COVID under wraps. That could change.
No, God!
I thought I'd show you some news that's been going on in 2020 because I have to be honest, nothing much actually happened, but I did get some new stuff and I did get some new gear as well. So judging by thumbnail, you can, I'm sure you've kind of figured out at least one of them is, but I did invest in a new camera. Now there's a bit of a story behind this one. I did actually buy a Blackmagic 4K pocket with the tilter cage, SSD mount, and I've also got a lapel mic, which I'm not using now because I don't need to. Because of COVID, this took about 3 months. Now, I had the cage, had the mic, and the SSD. Actually, the SSD took another month because they were short, but the camera was 3 months. Now, I also need a lens. I know the lens I want to get, and I know the adapter, the speed boost I need to get for this. But the thing is though, like most things in good old COVID, prices went through the roof. So the lens that I wanted to get went from being say $700 to $1,200, and then you add $800 to the speed booster, comes out to more than the camera. So that hasn't happened yet, for a good reason, because getting work at the moment is kind of hard. So I'm studying again, but anyway, apart from the camera, I also got some more mics. I wouldn't say more mics, got newer mics, better mics. I think they're better mics anyway to what I had. And AUDIX came on board as a sponsor last year, but because I've got nowhere to do it, or do the channel, or record stuff for the channel, because obviously spaces are limited and expensive. I was going to do it in this house, like obviously beside me or in here or whatever. That was kind of going to be the ultimate game plan, but we can't do anything with the house because of, well, there's a few things going on with the house, so which I won't get into, maybe one day. But this was going to be kind of the end game, turn this into a little home studio, but can't do it here. Another place lined up, can't do it there either. Anyway, so I've been kind of piecing together bits and pieces of gear over the last, say, 12 months, I guess you could say. So I thought I'd share with you some of the stuff I did get from AUDIX, which I've used several times, but as I said, no one really do anything at the moment, which kind of sucks. So AUDIX D6, kind of the staple bass drum diet. I've used these in the studio, I've used them live, and I've always been blown away by them. They just produce a really nice drum sound. This one in particular though, AUDIX sent me, I didn't even expect this. So when they said, yep, we're going to sponsor the channel, what kind of stuff do you want? I said I would like to get a D7 kit, which kind of gives you mounts and clips or whatever, and a couple of extra mics and whatnot. But I'd like to get a second D6 because I want to run it on like a 16 or 18 inch floor tom, second kick drum. I don't really play two kick drums, but also if I had like the pancake, the gong drum, so I could have a mic for that. So they sent me a extra D6, but what I wasn't expecting, I didn't even know this existed. It's kind of how bad I am at the moment. I didn't even know they had an anniversary edition, which kind of has a lovely splatter pattern all over it, and for me it's kind of pretty sexy, especially when you see how these things are made, which is absolutely crazy. I don't really want to use it because I'm scared I might damage it. So it's staying in this little bag in its box. I did add a couple of extra mics to the kit, which I'm going to be using. I did grab a extra AUDIX 51. This will go, obviously overheads or hats or whatnot. Now the DP7 kit is pretty well kitted out, but it's because I use my actual setup is more, on a regular kind of gig basis is 2 up, 2 down. So, people who don't know what that is 2 toms up front, 2 toms on the floor. But I've always really liked the whole 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, or the 3 up top, two at the bottom. So I grabbed an extra D4, and I think I also got an extra D2 as well. So let me just open this baby up. So this guy, look at that, AUDIX DP7. This is kind of comes with everything you really need. It's got a D4. I've added a D4. I've got an extra D2 that's in the other room. Overheads. So, an i5 for the snare. Oh, sorry, I'm using that other mic with the other 51 for the snare bottom, sorry, I should say. So this thing is really well kitted out, and for absolute bang for buck stuff as well, which I'm absolutely blown away. So I'm going to try and hold this up, and hopefully nothing falls out this time. So and it comes with this. I mean, look at that. Pretty cool. Is cool still a word now? Is it still a word? Are we using rad again? Apparently the new word of the week is either Uber or Rufus. But it comes with windsocks, it comes with all the mounting stuff. I prefer these clips over some of the other mic clips I've used in the past. I would rather use these on my toms than anything else, because they're obviously a plastic composite and they're going to make your shells. Very sturdy, like really sturdy stuff. On my drums, I'm probably going to be using on stands, just because of force of habit. So what have we got? I'm just going to kind of bring some of the stuff out here. We've got a couple of D4s. Here is the other D6. I mean, look at that. Isn't she pretty? Yeah. I've got some other mics coming as well, hopefully soon, from AUDIX, because I really want to get into the podcasting. So I'm kind of trying to piece together a rig and stay with the AUDIX brand as much as possible. It comes with some overheads, so obviously some AUDIX 51s. So these are the overheads, and the other one will be used for the snare bottom as well. Besides that, as far as the channel goes, it's still going, still coming along. 2020 was a bit of a, I guess you could say, I personally have, I guess you could say, written the year off. I do have snare drums here. I've got, you can't quite see it here, but I've got a Yamaha AHM the Hybrid Maple in ruby red. I've got another Kiplinger here. I've got a Steve Gates snare drum over there somewhere. I have a couple of DW snares coming. One in April, which is apparently an Icon snare. I don't know, I'm going to unbox it live. No idea which one that is. Got some other hardware and stuff to review. Some other accessories that have come in. I've kind of been getting things in the last few months to try and keep the channel moving forward as much as possible. Obviously 2020 was just a horrible year, and look, to be honest, it's not much better this year, but we are moving forward, which is great. But I'm still trying to find a space, and I would do it at home, but my wife works from home and her job's rather important, and she's only a matter of meters away, so me playing loud drums here and her working from home, it just doesn't work. So I've been practicing on my PDP kit, which is a 12, 14, 20, using the acrylic design series snare drum, and using literally just the Evans silent heads, and I've been using the Zildjian L80 cymbals, which has been handy for me to keep muscle memory, keeping limber or whatever, until about literally a week ago, and I suffered an injury, which is my hand. I don't know what's going on. I had a scan done today. Hopefully it's nothing that's going to keep me out of action, long term. I've had injuries before in the past where I've kind of, hasn't prevented me from playing, has definitely hindered the playing. Like I'm talking broken toes, I've had gastro, I've had food poisoning, I've had migraines, sore shoulders, arms, limbs. But when it comes to your hands, I've never really had hand issues. Like I don't have arthritis, I don't have carpal tunnel, which is good. But something has flared up, which was, of course, as shows are coming back, this happened. It could have happened would have been preferred to happen last year because I wasn't doing anything. But now I am doing something, and of course, as the universe suggests, just here. I'm gonna make you suffer for a couple more weeks. But anyway, I do have more content coming. I'm gonna show you my practice rig, which I recorded a few weeks ago. But I haven't gotten around to editing yet because my hand's been sore. I do have other snare drums being sent through, which is fantastic. Trying to get more Australian drum manufacturers on board, which is easier said than done. I'm trying to get obviously more homegrown, you know, and spread the word to the world about how great these drums are. But getting them is actually proving difficult because they're in high demand. So for me to say I just want, you know, one, they want to send a few. It's like, just send me one, just one. I'll be happy with one, just so I can review it, send it back, and then we can obviously review it and play it and see how it sounds. But being in high demand, then that means that's a shop or store somewhere around the world that won't get that item for at all, or ever, or delay or whatever. And of course, being in COVID, money really matters right now, especially when it comes to, you know, lack of gigs and lack of music work. So anyway, I'd like to thank AUDIX. I do have a giveaway coming up soon. I'm just waiting for a giveaway from AUDIX to arrive, and I've been trying to get one of these things for like 10 years, and I finally was able to order some in. I'm getting some, and I'm going to give them away. So I can't really afford to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's awesome. And I'd like to say a big thank you to AUDIX for coming on board as a sponsor of the channel. I'm blown away. I've used these mics a few times, really like them, and I'm really looking forward to coupling them up with the PreSonus 32SX, which is mind-blowingly cool. So anyway, until next time, which will probably be tomorrow, and I'll get that other video edited, I'll see you all very soon.